Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
What's up, everybody? This is your girl Moni. Welcome back to the Fake Ass Book Club.
And this is Kat.
What up, Kat?
Man, my voice is still messed up.
I know.
It's really sad.
It is sad.
It is, but it's so much better.
Yo.
So just be grateful for that because it was like this.
Listen, I was struggling last week. The week before that, you were struggling. I feel like right now, it's a lot of respiratory shit going on.
The struggle
right
bus
now.
is getting smaller and smaller. I'm going to get off any moment now.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you
Thank
made it.
you.
Like it's
I'm
always
unstoppable.
Yo, it's always a feat. I need y'all to understand the lengths that we go through to be here weekly to bring you this free content. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys appreciate it.
I hope you make it over to the Patreon.
Yo, and that part too, and we'll get there. So yeah, guys, officially welcome back to the Fake Ass Book Club. And in the interest of our book club being super fake, I don't know if you hear the lovely voices in the background. You guys, we have special guests today. We're gonna be talking about Netflix. The whole series of Bridgerton, season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And it was inspired from our guests. And so I'm going to introduce them, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, you see them here. But I am going to introduce them officially. I'm super excited. So you guys, let's get into it a little bit. So I'm going to give you a little synopsis of the show. So Grey's Anatomy creator Shonda Rhimes and showrunner Chris Van Dusen produced a series for Netflix called Bridgerton. 2 seasons to date have garnished widespread critical acclaim, with audiences citing Bridgerton's blend of romantic, drama, and high society as a must-see TV show. The bulk of the series is a narrative that is true to Julia Quinn's original Bridgerton's novel, in which the early Bridgerton siblings find themselves in love and finding love on their own terms. And then we also have the shenanigans, you guys, of the Queen Charlotte, and also the gossip girl in town, Lady Bridgerton, Lord. Lady Whistledown herself, who is serving up all the tea like we're doing today. So, you guys, that's what we're kind of in for. And with that, I do want to introduce our guest today. So again, like I said, you guys, we are inspired by them because they are using Bridgerton to inspire their real lives, and we are all about inspiration and art and all of that stuff. So you guys, I want to introduce our first guest, Miss Tanika, who is the owner and stylist of Loose End Salon. She's an entrepreneur and educator. So welcome, Tanika. Hey. How are you?
Fine.
Excellent.
Grateful to be here today.
We're so happy to have
excited.
you. And also we want to welcome our guest, Sharita Hairstyles of Proper Styles. She's also a fitness coach of Come Proper Fitness. Welcome, Sharita. Thank you for being here, showing all the respect. So, you ladies, I want to get into the show. So, let's go ahead and dedicate this episode. We kind of did that out of order, but you guys, hands over your hearts. We want to welcome everybody back today. Thank you so much for being here. We want to dedicate this episode to all of our followers, especially our patrons. You guys, shout out to you. Thank you so much for your support. And also I wanted to dedicate this episode specifically to the idea of art inspiring life and life inspiring art, because that is technically why we're here today. So what about you, friend?
I want to and your dedication, and I want to dedicate this episod to Black royalty.
Oh shit.
Especially Wakanda forever.
Oh.
Not Wakanda for a little while, but Wakanda forever. I'm not going to get into it. I'll say that for another episode, because I will spend the entire episode talking about that movie. But also for Black royalty, Queen Charlotte.
Okay.
Which is a big inspiration for what we're talking about today. Queen Charlotte of England, which was from the de Souza Portuguese line. Everyone always acts like, want any black people anywhere. Saw this black erasure all the time. So, yeah, we're black. We're everywhere. Get over it.
I know that's right. Dedication over. Boom. I love that. Let's get into that energy. I really love that. Woo. So, yes, guys, we are about to get into it. I wanted to talk to our lovely guests today because, again, they're using the Bridgerton Netflix show to kind of inspire a hair show that they have coming up. So I wanted you guys to tell us about that. Tell us, first of all, tell us what the hair show is, and then how Bridgerton sort of inspired the show.
Tanika,
you
first.
Yes.
So, this is our second year doing a hair show, and every year we want to name the theme to give our participants something to think about. So this year, because Bridgerton was so popular, we decided to go with that theme. And within Bridgerton, it's so many hairstyles. Like Bridgerton itself is a whole fashion show, hair show, art show, all in itself.
You could watch it with the sound down.
They're giving.
Right,
I mean, they're serving looks all day. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so we thought that would be a great inspiration. And our main prize is the fantasy, and that's bringing the queen alive. So
what?
The queen within herself has so many hairstyles.
She does.
Yes.
Every scene.
So many looks.
She definitely has
different
looks.
colors, different shapes. It's given. So what is the grand prize?
So the grand prize is $1,000.
Oh shit!
Cash money. On
Y'all
the
ain't
team.
playing.
So you're gonna have to try.
Right, you ain't can't just come up in there playing.
Right, I mean from the nails to the toenails, whatever is visible has to be done up to the.
Let's go, let's go. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So tell me how you guys partnered up for this, because you guys are both you have your own salon owners. Okay,
salon.
But stylists.
I work in a salon.
Okay, working a salon, and then you have your own. So you guys are both stylists. How did you guys collaborate for this hair show?
Sharita used to have her own hair shows all the time, and I used to participate in her hair shows.
Okay.
And then like the hair shows just kind of died down, like for the city period. Like so, I was like, Sharita, we need to do a hair show, and so she was like, you know what? I was thinking about it too, and like so, we was thinking both of us together can bring an explosion to the city.
I love that. And I promise you I was thinking that too, because like with virtual right now, like everything's online, right? Like everything we can stream, even stylists. Like I know you have a page, Tanika, I'm not sure, do you have hair page on there? You know, everybody has a hair page. Everybody's putting their content up. So I was wondering like what is the allure for the hair show? Because like you're saying, back in the day, I mean, we're from the 1900s, we was just talking about that. And I remember the Bronner Brothers hair shows. I remember the hair shows. Studio 54. Yes, I remember all of the things.
That's what we wanted to bring back.
Let's go.
Of course, Studio 54 was always during Thanksgiving as well.
Okay.
And it was like the who's coming out, the best.
I like it.
You know, like we wanted to bring that type of flavor back into the industry because everything has done get so casual and laid back.
I feel you.
I'm so tired of seeing sweatshirts and New Balances everywhere I go.
Somewhere to look forward to.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere to look forward to dressing up.
Right.
Putting on some clothes. You know, people probably thinking about their outfits already.
That's good. I hope they are, because that's what it is. I mean, even today, y'all are for the listeners. Okay, if y'all not watching, they are looking good. We have dresses. We have got, honey, the hair is laid, the makeup is highlighted, honey, the cheekbones are popping. You understand me?
No one's getting left behind.
We're looking good.
There's power in style. No one's listening to the queen if she's showing up in a bathrobe.
Right.
You know, I always have this joke, like no one would listen to the Pope if he showed up in a tracksuit.
That's true.
Like,
it would
you know
be
what
like,
I mean? He comes in regalia. Like, and then people are
up.
like, I should probably listen to this person.
Right. He seemed like he know what's going on, kind of.
Your personality too. So it's like
it is.
How you feel is how you look.
Yeah.
It's visual communication.
And I like that though. And you know, that makes me actually off topic kind of think about, we talked about, I don't know if y'all saw the Netflix, we're not here talking about this, but Intergalactic, which is a Netflix series, is animated. And I think Kid Cudi and Kenya Barris did this project largely because same thing y'all talking about, like it's the lost art of the visuals, right? Like when music used to come out, we're from the 1900s, we're used to a video accompanying that. And then like sometimes the visuals really, like have you ever heard a song and it's like, I like the song, it's cool. And then you see the video and you be like, yo, I love this song now because it's telling a story. So what I'm loving about the hair show aspect is that like we all know that hair is an art. Let's talk about it. It's not my ministry, and God bless the hands that do hair is what I say.
You're the only person here who doesn't do hair.
I'm the only person that I outsource. My baby got a head full of it, and I outsource mine. Okay. I can do the bare minimum stuff, but just an ode to the idea that like the visual aspect of doing hair and just sort of like the accompaniment of having like the visual aspect, like a hair show or not necessarily a video, but they used the Netflix special to kind of go with it. So like you listen to his album in conjunction with the actual show. And it's like when you have it together, it'd be like, okay, I see what
I
y'all
don't really
doing.
care about music all that much, but I downloaded the album because I like the movie so much, and I want to have that feeling of the movie, like even when I'm in my car.
Yes.
Like you get to take stuff with you.
Yeah,
and
you tap into the
everything.
energy. And so like that royal energy, I love that y'all are tapping into that kind of aspect of it, and how our hair as Black women is our crown, and how there is this sort of like, you know, royalty aspect, and just it being a center part of our the way we express ourselves in art and in everyday. And so I really
This
love
is
it.
General questions to the audience and everyone here. Have you ever
Yeah.
not gone somewhere because your hair wasn't done?
Right.
Yo.
Yes. Like,
My whole day's been shut down. I don't know about y'all. Look.
I'd have been
I
like,
think I had.
No.
really?
I had.
Well, Sharita's very confident.
Okay. She said, you know what?
I
put a
just
hat
throw a
on.
wig on or something.
I'll
done.
put a
Well,
hat
that
on.
part. That part.
I'll be like, no, I don't.
And now
want
the
to.
wigs is
Right.
But
Okay.
I'm thinking about maybe when I was younger and couldn't do my hair, because that
That's
was one of the
true.
reasons I learned how to do hair. Because I was like, man, I can't just stay home.
Well, back then, you know, a slick ponytail.
Yeah, and I was just about to say back
popping.
then I just did a ponytail.
That was really cool.
I mean, my family, it gets talked about.
What? Having hair slicked
Yes,
back?
like, cause it obviously
Oh,
they
hell
know what
no.
that meant. It's like,
It's
oh,
like-
you didn't get, you know.
Not they knew what that meant though.
Right.
Damn, that's kind of
cold
dragon. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and so you guys, with that in mind, let's talk about the show a little bit. So no, I know, Tanika, you said you actually do watch the show, Sharita, not so much, but we're just gonna dig into it. So, Kat, give us like a little breakdown of the show. Do you have something like you want to talk? Just so if you're like,
It's very detailed.
yes, she
I
is.
do.
Yes, she is.
I love talking about media. It is one of my favorite things. So it's based on a series of books. So this is technically not even a fake ass episode because.
Thank you. It is associated with books somehow. See, we made it happen.
Let's see. Let me pull up my notes. You hit me.
See, I hit you. Well, I know it is based on books. So Julia Quinn was the author, and
Yes.
she had a series. I think it was 8 novels altogether, and each one of the 8 novels kind of highlighted one of the 8 kids of the Bridgertons and how they found love, basically.
Yeah,
and so
all
like
their
that's what
names
it's
are in
based on.
alphabetical order.
Oh,
Like
shut
voice
up! It really
Anthony,
is
and
Anthony
then yeah.
Benedict I'm about to say Colin. Lord, listen,
Go
I can't
ahead.
read today.
Go ahead.
Colin, Daphne, Eloise, Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth.
Okay,
Now,
so
that's
the
an old
first
ass
season
name.
really is highlighting Daphne and her thing with the Duke, and that was Ray J. John Page. She was very, very.
He
attractive. That
was not
what drew
ugly.
me in. I was like, let me watch this.
Yeah, he is.
He's
and
attractive.
It's about them. It's kind of in the line of like
Will
the.
Smith a little bit.
Really?
I love it vibes.
You think so?
Say really?
I know. Huh?
Really? It's kind of.
Wait, what's his name? I'm about to look him up so you can see.
Will
Look, I
Smith's
need to
younger
see.
days.
Oh no.
No.
Maybe it's because I've
What's
never
his
really
real
been
name?
attracted
What is his
to
name?
Ray J.
Okay.
John Page. I never.
He is
I like
handsome,
his
though.
name though.
Yeah,
I can't even
does
spell
lock
that.
me
I'm
in
like-
attention
His name
too.
is just sexy.
There he go. Okay, hold
Because
up.
now he's
Look,
like
let
a.
me see.
He's like.
Let's try it.
There he go. That's giving Will Smith, y'all.
A little bit.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I see why she said it, but he's
Okay.
more sexier though.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Because I don't feel like Will Smith to me has never been like sexy to me.
He
I don't
like
know.
Will Smith
Okay,
is
he's
like
more just-
cute, goofy.
Yeah,
I guess
that
that's
one.
why.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. It's the light skinness of it all, and the
They can probably
yeah, and the tallness.
Yeah.
It's the stature
Yeah, they
and
can be
whatnot.
cousins. But
Okay,
like,
yeah,
if they were
yeah.
Cousins, that'd be the one I'd want to talk to.
Thank you. Listen, no shade,
I'm
Will.
going for the
Right.
cousin.
Yeah, he is definitely attractive.
But
He's
no,
giving.
it really gets into. I promise. I'm watching the show and I'm thinking about how messed up it was back then. That like they had to get married because women couldn't own anything.
Right.
So like if you didn't
That
get a
was a
husband,
no.
yeah, if you didn't get a husband, you just out. You don't get to have anything.
Yeah.
Unless you have a generous
Ain't it?
family member who's willing to break you off. But
Right.
other than that, you got to get a husband. You got to get a rich one, and
kids.
that's
Yes.
the goal. So that's pretty much what the whole show is about. You got these girls who are debutantes. Because honestly, something that took me out of it a little bit, the actress that played Daphne, she looks so young.
Ooh, she did. She did. She looked very
looked-
like
because
I'm
in
just
real
now going through
life,
puberty.
yeah.
She was
I
giving.
think they did like debutantes started like 14.
Yes.
Yeah, and she looked like a solid 14-year-old,
did.
like doing these sex scenes. I was like, this is weird.
did.
But She played the
Baby,
role.
and I
She was
guess
the
that was-
diamond of the season. Queen Charlotte was like, oh, flawless. And so after that, she's got all this cachet. So all these guys start calling on her. And so she starts a little thing with the Duke where it's like, well, you're gonna pretend to like me so I get even more, because you're not even trying to really get married. But then they really fall in love, and then they have to get married. And then you come to find out she doesn't even know how the birds and the bees work. And because he said he can't have kids, so she's like, oh, that's okay.
Right.
And I'll still love you anyway. But he's just pulling out. Like, he can have kids.
She didn't know.
But she didn't know. And so
Right.
when finally she has her maid explain it to her, she's like, I'm all pissed off. Like, I'm dumb as hell. And she yells at her mom. She's like, why didn't you tell me? She's like, girl, I don't know.
But I mean, then he could slip up pulling out.
And
That
listen,
part,
He made it his
if that's all it
business,
is,
not
honey, he was.
Well, here's the thing. Pulling out doesn't always work anyway, because sometimes there's live sperm in the pre-cum.
Oh, Jesus.
Especially
Oh,
But they
if
told her how
Lord.
to get it, though.
they did.
I was saying, so why he was
And
telling her
did.
that?
Because you're only going to do that for so
It
long
was 'cause of
anyway.
his past, his
Daddy, he didn't want to have
yeah.
kids.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like that didn't totally make sense either. It's like, just
Right.
be a good dad, like, well,
Right.
whatever.
oh my God.
It's
Yes.
so,
There's always that.
and then but there's all this intrigue. There's all this intrigue because while all this is going on, Lady Whistledown, who's basically Gossip Girl,
Yeah,
she's
she
talking
is.
about like everybody was going and she's publishing all these, like all the inside gossip and stuff.
You're like, how this bitch know my
She like
business?
10, though.
Yeah, 'cause that's why she had the time.
Right, right.
Ain't it?
And so
She's 10 years old.
well,
really young.
she's
Basically.
she's a well, she had to been, because was she a debutante yet?
I don't think they was throwing her out there. I think she was like
No,
in the
she
background
wanted
still.
Oh, and her mama
Remember,
was
she wanted
hating.
the one
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
brother.
the
They
brother.
wanted
Oh, he was one of the
And
Bridgerton
was
brothers.
hating on the
Right.
little mixed chick.
Oh yeah, that went bad. That went down
I'm like,
bad.
she didn't have to do all that, you know, because
Yes.
that. Anyway, so the whole series, the queen is trying to figure out who Miss Whistledown is, because she's like, she's talking a lot of shit. Like,
Right.
that's the thing. She was like, man, but everybody's into it. Like, so. End up finding out it's Featherington. What was
The
it?
Featheringtons, I think, were their neighbors, and they're like, I don't want to say like
Yeah.
rival
Shady
families,
neighbors.
but
Shady.
it's competition
Shady,
all day.
right.
Yeah, because they have their own stuff going on because their daddy was messing up.
Yeah.
And so they had to find a rich match for their girls and stuff like this. All this game where everybody's pretending, for one, that they're not messing around with each other, which everybody is, and that they got money, which nobody does. And so,
Right. So where did the riches come from? But the Bridgertons was the wealthiest family.
they did have, they
Mhm.
actually did have money. Well, keep in mind, this is around the same time as slavery. So who knows? They could have been human traffickers. There's
That's
a lot
probably
of
what
money
it
in
was.
that.
That's pretty lucrative.
And so, yeah, you don't know where the money comes from. The Bridgertons actually had money. The Duke actually had money.
Yes.
Yeah, he had money for real. That's why he was such an attractive. He was the unobtainable bachelor. But Daphne got him. Miss Whistledown. We end up. Did they end up finding out who she was?
Not for season one, so that's the wrap
Right,
up pretty
that's
much
got
for
you.
season one. Like that was season
yeah, season
one.
one all works out. She ends up getting pregnant or something.
And having a baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
she
She
did.
ended up. They told her that in order to get the baby, she got to get on top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord. Right, because he ain't gonna be able to throw you off in time.
Anyway,
I know that.
and she got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. So okay, yeah. So that was a season one sort of
that
kind of
was season
wrap
one.
up for
Here's
season
the thing,
one.
I didn't get around to watching season 2 again, but
Neither. I did do season
Oh.
1 twice.
I rewatched season 1, but season 2 I didn't get around to watching. I watched it like when it first came out. It was cool. I didn't like it as much as the first one.
Really?
'cause-
It grew on me.
You tell me, yeah.
The black. I mean, sorry. What's her name?
No, who?
the Indian girl.
The Indian
Yeah,
girl.
The main one.
Getting on my nerves.
She was
knowing that she likes the Bridgerton boy, like, but I didn't understand what did they have in the past. Like it seemed like they had something. She left and then she came back. Now it was kind of giving me them vibes.
So wait, you're talking
Because-
about so the family was at I think they were so season 2 this particular family they were in the royal court, but then they left because there was some kind of scandal because I think the mom
okay.
married under her station.
Yeah,
So she
that's
didn't
why
marry the
older
richest
sister
person.
Couldn't even get a good match,
Right, because that
So
had
who was her parents?
it was the lady that came with her, but the father wasn't ever in the show. They never actually show who the father
Yeah, they
was.
had
But
different
whoever he
names.
was, he wasn't royal.
Right.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So that made her look
Lesser.
like you're basically
Right,
trash
so
now.
She had already met him in the past life.
So
Like they almost.
You mean like
they already had a connection?
I think it was just the horseback riding thing when they met each other out that one time, and they just had like that kind of chemistry or whatever. And then when they saw each other, it was very it was giving.
Thing where it was like whatever.
Because she was like trying to tell the little sister in so many words, don't marry him.
Yeah,
basically,
but it was
yeah.
Like, why? Because you like him, but.
I think that because when she realized who he was, because so she saw him and they had like that chemistry. Mm-hmm. So when she recognized that he's from the Bridgerton family and now he's looking for he had to find somebody. Like it was at a point where it was his turn to find a viscountess, and when her sister was like the main girl that was going to be courted, she was like, okay,
diamond of the season.
I know that me and him had chemistry. So he's, you know what I mean? It was kind of like, and she overheard a conversation with him saying,
what he was looking for in a woman.
Yeah, what he was looking for, and she felt, and because she was very much like, I don't know, she wasn't like, she didn't like the whole society stuff. It felt like it was very, I mean, obviously, like your mom,
because you're not even in it.
You're not even in it, so you're not giving it a lot of value. So
and
I think
also
between
that brother too, he had like a long affair with one of the opera singers in the first season. Like he was in love with the opera singer.
Yeah, he did.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
Vanished.
She was gone.
Vanished. Okay.
She probably was like, nigga, you not about to marry me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not about to make me a respectable woman.
Like, I don't want you talking to anybody else, but I'm definitely not going to marry you.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It was rude.
So season 2, I got a little. So it says the premiere of Bridgerton season 2 opens up with Daphne and her family as they get ready for Eloise. And Anthony's social season. So Eloise was also one of the younger sisters. Who was like,
this is dumb. Why can't I just go to school?
Right.
Like instead of getting married.
The regular person.
Yes.
Who's looking at this? It's like, why do we have to
wanted the regular boyfriend that worked in the newsletter place.
So she was trying to find out who Lady Whistledown was. That was her whole business for the whole season.
And
who
it was her
gossiping?
best friend the whole time.
I know. Spoiler. Bloop bloop. If you ain't seen it. And so you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, we always say that super late. We spoil everything.
Definitely. So yeah. So you have. Let me. Okay. So let me get back to the. All right. So Eloise. So Anthony proves that he's going to be. Blah blah blah. We learned that no one has heard from Lady Whistledown, so it had been a while, and the queen is concerned because the queen gets her life, y'all. So I know she's the inspiration behind y'all's show.
Her body language is she's bored
of
everything. Like whenever you see her.
Side note on the queen. So the husband has Alzheimer's.
Yes, he's got.
Okay. Okay.
That would be King George III.
Yes. Yep. For those of you nerds out there who need, you know what I'm saying, to know exactly how.
I love court entry.
She do.
And it happens a lot in history. Like when the male ruler gets sick, usually the queen or whatever. Because that happened with Nancy Reagan. She took over when Ronald Reagan had dementia.
Yeah, because who else is gonna take over? I mean, you're there every day. You probably know better than anybody.
And people they don't want any power shifts, so it's just kind of like I think that happened with Wilson too. Like it happens all the time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here it goes. So it says so we're introduced to Kate. Kate is the person you're talking about. She's the Indian young lady. Yes, okay. She rides out on her horse at dawn and encounters Anthony, which is the older Bridgerton guy. And it says they don't know it now, but it's just the beginning of their very complicated relationship. So I think that encounter sort of made it. That there's the contention, I think, right there. And then she kind of overheard the stuff. So Kate is the younger sister. Kate and her younger sister Edwina, who got named as the pearl of the season, the diamond. So she kind of took the place of Daphne from the first season. So basically,
Daphne popped up a little bit in the season.
She did. Because I was wondering how they were gonna turn it around.
Because Regis Jean Page said he didn't want to come back.
I wonder why. He didn't want to show his booty off no more.
I guess not.
He didn't want to be a piece of meat no more. He said, y'all ain't about to be doing
because keep in mind, this was a Shondaland production, so it was steamy.
Yeah, Shonda Rhimes. Yeah, there were some sex scenes and stuff. I mean, it was out there. Definitely. And then, too, I think the thing with Kate, too, she was older, so she's not necessarily considered somebody who's of marrying age or anything like that anyway.
She was old as hell.
Yeah. So, 23. Damn, you real old.
People out on the market at 14, 23.
Oh, my God.
Super old.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like, I don't know. I actually didn't mind the second episode. The second season. I thought it was pretty good.
Once again, I'm mostly watching it for the costumes.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Because but you know what? I didn't like Kate. I didn't like the way Kate was styled.
You know what? I liked her color palette. They put her in a lot of lavenders.
I love the color.
And
Tanika,
I
you tell me what
love
you
a
thought
brown
about
girl
Kate's
in
outfits.
lavender.
Her outfits to me were not giving what they could have given. I mean, she
They
has a
wasn't.
beautiful complexion. The purple was
You gotta look
beautiful,
'em
but
up.
like I just kind of felt like her outfits could have been better to me.
They could have.
Out of everybody.
But I
Yeah,
think that was on purpose to show her station.
Well, I was.
It could have been, but I'm still
there.
there.
Downplayed her,
Oh,
right?
because
They
in that
did.
time
It
and
was-
period, you could be whipped for dressing above your station.
Oh,
Like
shit.
that was a thing.
Not whipped.
Yes.
It's like, you look too good. Wop, wop.
Well, you have to
Right.
think about
Like,
we
know
think
your
of
place.
like how
Right.
American slavery
she
went
kinda look
down
cute.
and stuff like that, but they based it on the feudal serf system in Europe. So the way that they kept the peasants in line is like, yeah, they would
That's
beat
true.
them.
Yeah, it's like you got to look homely because you can't be out here
And you
outshining
couldn't
us.
speak
Right.
above your station. Like you had to talk like this. Like you had to do all that stuff. Like if you did anything above your station, they would like.
It's largely performative. All of this shit. I mean,
Yeah.
even down to like the queen and stuff. Like she had these elaborate wigs and costumes. Now she was definitely like you saw her switching her wigs up. She had. I mean, it was a whole situation. But all of the pageantry behind
She was fun to watch.
the balls and all that stuff had a lot to do with just keeping her entertained. It felt like, you know what I'm saying?
because
So
it's everything status. Because it's like, oh, if you're, a lord or lady, you want to impress the dukes and duchesses. You want to impress the counts and countesses and all this other stuff. And you could, and that was the thing too, because you could pay to have a increase in station, and that's how the royal stayed rich, because
Wowzers.
they delegated all the land, and then the land would come with like 300 servants, like because they just belonged to the land.
oh my God.
It was bad.
So okay, Tanika,
But
if you
that's why historically they, killed their monarchs.
yeah,
Yeah,
that probably needed to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, at some
yeah.
point, which But I was gonna say, Tanika, which one of the Bridgerton characters from either season do you like resonates with you? Who do you feel like you can relate to? Who was your favorite character or person?
Like if it was a video game, you'd select their character to play.
I want to be the queen.
There you
I know
go.
that's right.
That's right.
No, that's right. Cheers
Let 'em
to that.
know.
Like I'm
You
gonna be at the
deserve.
top.
Right.
Okay, okay. And
Primary
then,
status.
so who was your least favorite character then from either season? It could be season 1 or season 2. Who did not? Who was
Lady
understand?
Whistledown was really just making me mad.
Mm-hmm.
She was.
Okay.
She was a
Like,
hater.
Right. She was just really a hater. It was like just not your time yet, but you was trying to force it to be. She was.
But her mama was a hater
Okay,
too.
okay.
Wasn't that Kanye? Like
And the
before he went
sisters
crazy.
was.
I mean,
Remember
hater
they
niggas,
kinda-
hairy bitches,
Right.
and have hater
The whole
kids.
family.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
That's how it goes.
Shots fired. Okay.
The Feathertons.
The Featheringtons were the
And
worst.
then, because even Eloise brought it up, it's like, why do we have to put feathers in our hair? Isn't it enough that we enough like birds already? Like they already got us out here squawking for a mate.
Damn.
Right.
That's messed up. I'm glad we ain't got to do that no more.
I am very
'cause,
happy about that
I
as
mean,
well.
although,
I mean,
Maybe
some
it's
people
just
still
new
choose
age
to,
shit,
but
yeah.
I mean, I think that's why we still call them birds.
maybe that's what the BBLs are now. You know what I'm
think
saying? Like you
so?
put on that costume. You know what I'm saying? You throwing that wig, throwing them contacts, throwing that booty.
Come for Moni.
And then I'm just
I think
saying,
BBLs
it
are a
could
great
be.
idea.
I mean, listen. What I will
Well,
say is, it's your
That
choice.
used to be one of the podcast goals for us to make enough money for me to get a BBL.
That was never
So I
one of
could
my goals. I don't know
literally
the
have
hell
a
you
fake
talking
ass.
about. I don't know the hell you talking about. You can always throw on a costume. They got those.
That's not the same.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm just saying. I feel like overall, it's definitely giving all of the drama
Definitely.
and all of the. And I mean, are you guys kind of pulling into that? Because I think I was picturing in my house. I was picturing in my mind, because I don't know how y'all have this all.
Actually, production, because I can't see Sharita.
Oh, okay, there you go. I was picturing actually. So we talked about the Featheringtons. We talked about the Bridgertons. It would be kind of dope to have teams that were like kind of like on pose. Like the different
yes,
houses
each
where they come.
house.
The house of Featherington comes out and they have their little themes and
Legendary.
stuff, kind of based on those teams and stuff like that.
Wait, Moni, who would you be?
You know what? I probably would be. I feel like I liked Eloise the most too,
Yeah.
because she wasn't participating in none of that bullshit. It's like I'm just trying to. I don't want to have to do none of this, so I'm gonna say her.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm
And who
up
was your
for being the
least
queen. My least favorite would be probably shit. I don't know. You have to come back to me on that one.
That was
I
the
don't
thing
know.
too. Daphne, she got assaulted by one of her suitors.
I remember that.
Remember there was the one dude that I feel like the Duke had to rescue her from.
Okay,
Like she was out in
yeah.
the garden and he ran up on her or something like that.
So yeah, he my least favorite now.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I forgot
Yeah,
about
it was a whole lot of because to me it was super dumb. Like you could lose your reputation if you were just like in the garden unescorted
Assaulted.
with a man.
Right.
Like now everyone would be like, oh
that's
no.
what the Featherton girl had under her sleeve. Was like, I seen you in the garden.
No, that was the other girl. It started with a C. The hater, her rival with the real far back hairline, like she was blonde, so you couldn't even see it.
Oh,
Right,
it wasn't
so
the
who is she?
Featherington. I forget that family.
It started with. I gotta look it up. It started with
Okay.
a C because I looked it up because she was the one who was like, because she wanted the prince.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, she wasn't a Featherton. She was the
Oh,
other
okay.
one, but she was a hater because she was like, I saw you out there, and it's like, well, if you saw me, that means you was out there,
Right.
And it was like,
Right. So what was
Right.
you doing
like
out there?
everybody, it's like stop because I feel like that happens in so many cultures where we have to perform like purity, like
Yeah,
you know, like
for sure.
I wouldn't dare. Like,
Right,
I wouldn't possibly like
Not
be
me.
alone with a man. Like, get out of here. Of course, like everybody was. It was all like all of that stuff happened. Even the royals, like half the time, I wasn't even the king's baby.
Whoa! Don't tell the truth. Okay.
So where did the mixed girl that ended up with the Feathertons come from that was pregnant already?
She was, I think
Wasn't
she was
she
from
hers?
France or something because she spoke French because she
Well,
called
who
out
was her
the,
people?
her mom had died. And I
She
don't know,
was
just a
related. Wasn't she
cousin.
related to them? The
Okay.
Yeah, she
Featheringtons
was a
somehow.
cousin. Her daddy
Or the
was tired
dad.
of her,
Okay.
and I think the mama had died because she was pregnant. Because once again, of course,
sent her
everybody
ass
was
away.
doing it. So, but she still had to
Right.
act like she wasn't,
Right.
and catch a husband.
They were trying to
before the
marry her
baby
off
came.
before they
was.
recognized she was pregnant. Yeah.
And
That shit
oh,
was
because she
wild.
had called out the dressmaker. I think I would have been the dressmaker.
Right,
Madame
yeah,
Lacroix,
yeah.
who was faking like she
She
was
did
French.
call her-
She had like a
right.
fake French accent because that's what she called out. She was like, I'm from France. I know you faking. So
Right.
go ahead and make this dress and we'll pay the bill later.
Right.
And because she
made
was
that
dating
dress
one of the
up.
brothers too, one of the Bridgerton kids.
She sure
Yeah,
was.
that
Yeah,
lady
on the
went to that
low because
woman.
her station was too low. Like he couldn't marry her.
Oh, wait a minute. The dress lady was?
hmm
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she wasn't noble, so like she couldn't marry.
She had a
him.
job. You know what I'm saying? That was
Right.
frowned upon. Like women working like yourself, myself, all of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they didn't like, I don't like that.
Work.
Yeah.
That's like Downton Abbey. It's like work.
Right.
Yeah, that was a problem.
And it
Right.
simply isn't done.
Right, which is crazy.
Gross. Now here's a fun fact because I'm always obsessed with like the court stuff. In France, they started making the queen give birth in front of everybody
Ew.
to prove because they used to steal kids too. Because a lot of times they couldn't even get the king to sleep with the queen. So sometimes she would just pretend to be pregnant and then grab a peasant baby and
First
pass
of
it
all,
off as hers.
Because it's like, I'm not
my
having sex with
And
this.
so
Right.
it became a custom that when she was giving birth, everybody at court had to come watch that baby come out of her birth canal.
Can you
Oh, my
imagine?
No, I could not.
That's disgusting.
I could not. But that's how crazy this society stuff was. So, I mean, the costumes are cute, but like the society stuff wasn't. It's probably best that ended.
It was like Jerry
Right.
Springer times. I mean, I'm dating myself, but whatever. What's the sensational? It's a world star. That's what the fuck that is.
Right.
That was like world star
Right.
status.
Everything's spectacle.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too much for me though. I'm glad that I mean, there's still a lot of performative stuff I think we do as women in society to be good enough, right? Like there's always, you know, you have to, you know, it is. It's like, I won't say it's a competition, but they're almost,
Sexual competition is
It's
a
a
big part of
competition.
human biology.
And so it can be hard to be in a space where you're actually around people who aren't, you know, competing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I recognize like even y'all as hairstylists are partnering up to do something together. Like it's not a competition to where it's like I gotta take her down.
Right.
You can collaborate. So I like tapping into that and I like actually demonstrating that, especially between women. Cause I do think it does get very catty. Y'all know,
It
you know what I'm saying,
can.
how it can be. And people competing.
But we can just keep the competition on the runway. Where it
Absolutely. I can't wait.
Yes.
Listen.
Yeah, show out there.
Let me
Show out.
So let me ask you, how many people do you have competing for your show? Yeah, like how do you have it kind of set up? What you got going on?
We have 4 categories.
Yeah, girl, get the look. Let me get the
Yes,
flyer.
let's
Look how
get the
cute the
list.
flyer is.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So cute. It's giving all of
So
the
we
things.
we actually have.
Yeah,
we
I
have
feel
4
left
categories.
out.
It's so cute. I know. This is really nice.
We have 4
Nicely
categories,
done.
but only
Yeah,
3
why don't
are
you just read it?
competitive.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so then run that down. So that we got what do we got? The band, what's the barber battle? Okay, so the barbers are doing stuff.
Go through the
That's
Barber
cute.
battle,
Yeah.
the tag team duo, fantasy, and then we have a showcase category as well. But the showcase, it's not competitive. You know,
Okay,
the
it's just for
showcase
fun.
is basically
Everybody's just
for any stylist or barber that maybe just want to like showcase their work, meaning like just display
right.
their
like
talent,
it.
their craft. Show everybody what they could do.
Because I know a lot of people who are looking for a good barber.
No,
Mhm.
for
And a
real,
lot of
for
people,
real.
looking for barbers, stylists, and just some people just don't know about some stylists and barbers and
Absolutely.
where they're at, or even if they're capable. And then you got a lot of stylists and barbers too that are not social media savvy.
Thank you. Because
You
do
know,
you
some
find that
people-
hard? Like, do you feel like
yeah,
that's
some
hard? Because if
people-
you got
Yes.
into this before social media was a thing in a way that you market your business, do y'all find that difficult now? Having to how do you think that fits into your brand and like how you guys promote your business?
That's like something good to talk about. That's a good
Let's-
subject for y'all for another podcast.
Yo, we can come
But,
back. We can come back.
I mean, for real. But
Yeah, for sure,
anyways,
for sure.
I feel like when I came into, cosmetology world, social media was kind of just picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, I kind of just breezed on in there. But it helps. I do think it helps, for people that, want to get on there and show their work and, talk about their work or whatever they're doing. But you still have stylists that just refuse
I
to get on there. And
understand.
some of it, I think, is not even refused. Some just don't want to.
No
I
one
don't
changed.
blame
They just don't want to
them.
change. They're set in their ways. I feel like they're still with the old school refer,
True.
me, or, you're walking billboard, and I'm still with that too.
Yeah.
I actually am still with that too. And I still get a lot of that because as much as active as I am on social media, I tend not to post my hair as much as I probably should.
Right.
I find myself posting other stuff.
I see a lot of your fitness stuff. That's not
And
because
I
that's
do,
what I was
and
saying.
sometimes,
Like,
I think I have to, consciously say,
let me
post
make
more about your
sure.
hair. Okay, you want to
Yeah.
work out every day and post videos.
Girl, listen, that's a vibe too, though. But
but-
I could see how that would be a difficult sort of transition, though, because I mean, especially at a certain age point, because it's not even so much that you maybe don't like social media or that you don't use it, but I think when it's your business, you feel like now it starts feeling like a job. Like now I got to be on social media. Now I have to post,
I feel like
and
for
it can
me,
make
social
it.
media is a job.
No, it is no. Let me tell you right now, it's
It
a
is a
whole
job.
it's a whole job. I'm trying not to use the F word. I'm trying to cuss so much.
feel
But it's a whole
I'm
F
feeling like I have
effing
about
job.
4 jobs.
100%. So I think that's the hard part because now like you are basically making another job for yourself. You're already being your own secretary. You're answering your phones. You're scheduling your appointments. You're navigating all of that, all the relations with your clients. And then now you have to remember to hook up your ring light and put your phone up there and do a video. And videos track more than just regular posts. So now, baby,
Yeah,
I got to do a
sometimes you
reel.
have
It's
to
like
even remember to your clients be getting up ready to go. They're
That
ready to
part.
Oh wait, man, let me get a picture real quick.
right that
Let me
part.
get a video.
Right.
Yeah.
The
It's
some
just
people be
hard.
thinking, girl,
Good.
Right.
I'm trying to
I'm ready to
go.
go.
Get me out of here.
Many jobs. So how
Yeah.
long have you been doing hair?
That's a
I've been
question.
doing hair 12 years.
Okay.
12 years.
What's your specialty? Like, what do you get down for? Like, what do people come see you for?
My specialty, and I know this probably sounds so probably cliche and old school, but it really is healthy hair. Like
that's
it is.
what's
And I
up.
do a lot. I do several things, but
Okay.
I really want to make sure, their hair is taken care of,
That's what's up.
whatever I do. Whether it's weave, whether it's locks, whether it's short hair, I'm just all about making sure the hair, is healthy because at the end of the day, if it's not going to look right.
I
That
strongly
part.
believe health is the starting point
The
of
root.
beauty.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the starting point. What
Absolutely.
about you, Sneak? How long you been doing
Yeah.
hair?
I've been doing hair for 17 years.
Girl, oh gee, woo, 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 woo.
I know, license for 12
Let's
years. too.
go.
Let me say that.
Boom.
Right.
There's a
Like,
difference.
Okay.
Forever.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. It's
But
like
yeah.
forever. Like when was I not doing
right?
it?
I specialize in short hair and color.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I like doing
And it's a whole
headspace
vibe.
stuff.
Yes,
It's a
I've
whole
seen.
vibe.
I
I've
know a
seen.
long time.
Tanika gives life.
I mean, I love that.
And what was crazy to me, because like I've done hair for like over 20 years, but like what was crazy to me was when I went back to school and like you're doing resume building, they told me to leave it off my resume. And I was like, it's what I've been doing the majority of the time. It's because it's considered low status.
Right.
And so I was like, because, you know, this is mostly like white men and stuff like this telling me that. And it's like, because they don't see it as work. They see it as something that women do, something that gay people do. And so it's like, man, you can never.
Tax-free money.
Well, but I don't know about that because I was like, because when I'm listing, like I had to be my own accountant. I had to file my taxes. I had to do scheduling. I had to do inventory.
So easy you can just say you doing as a career.
Right. But it's not easy.
Nobody's
People
checking
look
for
at
your
it
license
because,
and stuff.
like I said, like I've watched you do hair. It looks easy because you make it look
Thank
easy.
you.
But like if you actually step up to do some hair, it's like, it's just like on Nailed It. Like a lot of times
cakes
it's gonna
be looking
look like
suspect
that,
as hell.
where it's like, it looks like it should be simple, but it's not. And I remember that's something that really irritated me because I was like, nah, I'm proud of this. Like I worked really hard and not a lot of people can do what I did.
And you're standing and your arms are moving. Girl, I can barely part without the hairs coming over from one side. That's the part that be getting me, the parts. Like it took me, if y'all don't understand how long it took me to do my daughter's hair, she has massive amounts of hair. And just
she's
for me,
the tiniest little thing. That's how it always is. The
first of all,
people have all this hair.
She has all this hair. I'm like just trying to wash, condition, detangle, blow dry, and two French braids, girl. It took me hours. It took me half of a day, and I braided them. I was like, "Look at your hair, Maya. You like it?" She was like, "It's cool." I mean, it wasn't for a hairdo. I knew it wasn't like, let's go out. I have the kind of braids I have are just to get your to get you to somebody who can actually do your hair. But it's a struggle, and I appreciate people who, especially when it's like the goal is healthy hair. Because there's a lot of people out here, a lot of stylists.
That's the reason why people don't do the healthy steps. Yeah. It takes more time. It takes more resources.
Yeah, it does.
And it takes a lot of, because I feel like what I've gotten most from doing hair is interpersonal management and communication. Like that was the biggest part that I was missing for a long time, was like you have to communicate, because a lot of people don't even know how to tell you what they want. They don't even know what they want.
True.
So a lot, and those are people where I'm like, I would get frustrated because I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know?
I used to be like, well, you just get iron out.
Right.
If you're leaving it up to me, right.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I have to choose, you're going to get it and you're just going to have to take it. And I was like, I feel like that because when I went back to school, because I went to school before I did hair and I went to school after I started doing hair. When I went back to school after I did hair, it was so easy. I'm like, this is nothing. I'm like, I can be a project manager. You know what it takes? Like, this is nothing compared to what I have to do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like, this is super easy. So to be told that that's not actually experience, I was like, you know what? Y'all don't deserve me.
Right. Don't worry about it.
I'm going back to doing hair. Okay, y'all can kiss my ass. Okay. Yeah, I would say that like hairstylist is one of those I think careers that it calls on you to be a lot of stuff. You're a therapist. Like you can get really super close to the people that, because especially if you have regulars that come in, you get to know these people. They become your friends sometimes.
You're
maybe
a part
not
of the most important events of their life.
Listen, for real. And it's a lot of pressure too, because I do think that sometimes it can be hard to sort of you know everything. And it can be hard.
Say you start rubbing on people's head, they start like the thoughts come out.
That little yes,
well,
they
have
trust
to.
You.
They do.
And so I think it takes definitely a special skill set to be a stylist, to navigate, just keeping hair healthy, styling it nice, but also managing the business aspects and the interpersonal stuff, because trust me, hairstylists be a little bit of everything.
People
I've seen
were losing it during the lockdown. You saw how, I remember Michelle Buteau, she's a comedian, and she was like, man, black hairstylists should have been considered essential workers.
Right.
Because she was like, she was back on there crying. She said she was crying when she saw her stylist again. She said she was like Celie and Nettie. Right. She's like, I wasn't even that happy to see my mama. I was like, I needed my hair. And when you see the comedian, if you know Michelle Buteau,
I do. She's
got
vibe. I like her. She's got a lot of hair. But then too, it's like, especially if you have a corporate job. Like I work at a hospital. I discovered the scrub caps that have the silk lining and stuff. So even when my hair is done, I still wear that at work because COVID was disgusting. I didn't like the idea of like my hair being uncovered. But I feel like if you're at a corporate job that's considered essential and you want me to show up looking like a real person and I don't do my hair, you know what I'm saying? As black women, that can be hard. Like if you don't do your hair, if you're not somebody who can slap a wig on or slick it back in a ponytail, I can't even come to work looking air quotes professional.
Right.
What am I supposed to do? So yeah, I
Right.
definitely feel like it's something that it's easy to glaze over it, but we all, I mean, like, look, we all know how important it is to come up. Because to me, arguably, even if my outfit ain't queen level, shit, my hair's done, I can make it
Right.
work.
Yeah.
But if I'm
'cause
sitting
it
up here with a
does-
frumpy
that's
hairdo, I'm
true.
gonna be feeling the way.
It
I'm
doesn't
gonna be.
matter how cute your outfit is. If your hair's not done,
Right.
it's like.
It's like I'd rather have a raggedy outfit, y'all, all day. I'm gonna let the hair, because at least my hair's done. That's what I'm leaning on that. I'm leaning on that. So
No, seriously.
shout out to y'all for the hairdos,
Yes.
because I'm gonna
We
tell you
accept
right
all
now, it is it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, but yeah, to get back to y'all show real quick, I want you guys to let everybody know, like, when is the hair show, where is it, how can they find tickets, all of the things for your event coming up.
It's November the 27th.
Okay, November the 27th. And where is the
It's
event?
at the Bitwell.
Ooh, that's a nice event center.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all doing it real
It's
big.
very nice.
The
Very
big
good.
one.
That's our second year doing it there.
I love it. How was the turnout the first year? Were y'all happy with the y'all turnout and stuff like that?
It was great. It was great. It was nice. It was
I'm
amazing.
excited
But
for
yes,
you,
It's
ladies.
November the 27th,
Okay.
2022.
I like
They
it.
can find us and tickets on the Eventbrite. They can search the plush factor. Can they search the plush factor or Bridgerton?
On Eventbrite, yeah, you can search the plush factor,
The plush factor on Eventbrite.
or you can click the link in our bios. Is it in your bios?
And we'll include a link.
Yeah, you guys, I'll have all of the details for the show coming up on the 27th, you guys, in our show notes. I'll have where you guys can find Tanika at Loose Ends, and then I'll also have Sharita's information on you guys if you want to get your hair done. If y'all trying to get in shape, let me talk real quick.
After watching
First of all,
Wakanda Forever and The Woman King, I'm like, I
Yo.
need some upper body strength.
I need it all. I need
haven't
upper,
seen that movie. I
lower.
want to see that movie bad.
Do it.
One of my clients just gave me a movie gift certificate.
Okay. But it's hard to find time, right?
Yeah.
You have like a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I know. In my downtime, I want a nap.
I can see that.
And a lot of times
Listen,
movies turn
Yeah.
into expensive naps.
Yeah,
y'all gotta follow
They
Sharita on
do.
social
Oh, and
media. She be
also,
out
too,
there
I'll be at the
exercising.
event. Your girl Kat will be there doing a live paint.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
So, you know,
Very nice. I like
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
We need to have live podcasts there.
I mean, you know what I'm
get
saying?
production.
We can definitely.
They be having like at the basketball games and the football players. They be
Oh,
having
we're
the
mobile.
podcasts going back.
Yeah, listen, we can definitely
We
talk
gotta
about
make
events.
We need to start
Yes,
that.
that's
Coming
First
up.
show got live podcast.
Why not? Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing. That's the
they
thing
be
about.
hiring y'all.
Listen,
Right.
collaboration is one of the most important things that we can do, especially like within our community as Black women. Just reaching out to other entrepreneurs, highlighting each other, really supporting. Because, like I said, I mean, the competition be out here, and people really be making it personal. And to me, I kind of push back against that, because I feel like most of the female relations I have are reciprocal, meaning like I give, you give. We are everybody's showing up, adding value to a situation. At the very least, you're not subtracting. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, any opportunity I have to highlight beautiful Black women like you guys, and introduce you guys to our community of listeners and whoever else, and just to help you promote your business, get a couple more eyes
abundance
on it.
mentality, because there's enough for everybody to
That's
eat.
the thing.
is.
Yeah.
We don't have to fear each other. We can
It's like,
support
oh, you
each
took
other.
all the pretty. It's like, there's plenty of pretty.
Nope. It's enough.
That was cute. I like that.
Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah.
It's
plenty
enough.
pretty out here.
And that's how you build community. That's how you build your, build your family and stuff like that. And so, I just want to go back and thank you guys again for being with us today, because
Yes,
I feel
thank
like,
you for your time, because we know y'all are busy.
shout out to you guys, business ladies. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you guys. So like I said, I'm going to include all of the information about the show and about their businesses, you guys, in our show notes and everything.
And you can make sure
And,
you tell them that, this is probably about the last week if they want to enter the show.
Right.
Okay.
This is going to air November 15th.
Yeah, so this will be right before you guys' event, I think,
Wow,
right?
so that's kind of perfect. Yeah.
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 27.
We might take some last minute person that week.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, you guys.
No,
We
but
are
here,
still
y'all need to
taking-
get on there early and do that. Don't be giving them no outs. Now, if
Right.
y'all special, she
Yeah,
might
I'ma
make
take that part out.
she might make an exception, but y'all need to get y'all stuff in. Go ahead and
Just
get
do it
signed
now.
up. Show the city
Right.
what you got. Y'all show up and show out with that
And
queen
don't be
energy.
scared, you guys.
Don't
Don't.
be
We got a
scared.
little scared.
It's
A lot
And
of
it's
So
people-
tell me what
and
you
it's
think
our
that it's easy to
men.
be
It's our
scared.
barbers.
It's a
The
lot of the
barbers.
men that are not stepping forward.
Really?
It's a lot of men that are not
The
stepping
barbers
forward.
that need to step on up.
really.
I think too.
I think
it
they
seems
fine.
like right now, I don't know, and maybe we could disagree to disagree. I don't know, but right now, I think we are in an era where people are feeling not so competitive. When it, and I think they may be looking at like, I don't want to compete. That's what I feel like I'm coming across.
But see, we gotta make it fun, maybe.
And that's what
I've been
trying
thing.
to tell them, because they like,
I get it.
I just want people to know like that I'm good, like not that I want to, go against somebody. I don't know. A lot of stylists have kind of said that to me when we've been going back and forth, like in
that's
inbox.
Interesting.
And I'm just like,
But I would have thought that was the fun part.
Right,
see, but and I feel
What I
that.
said about basketball, it's like it's not like
you gonna play or you not.
right. Like this is just play.
Mhm.
Like just have fun with it.
I know, and that's what I've been telling them, because I just couldn't believe that a lot of people were saying that to me.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that either.
way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never looked at it that way, because I was just
Because I would love to do it. I just know I don't have time to get my life together.
For me, but I kind of, that resonates for me too, because I'm not naturally super competitive. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in a situation where it's like I got to make myself look better than somebody else, I don't like that. That's uncomfortable, because it's like we are not like we're all good, but at the same time,
even, like making yourself or even the thing look better. I feel like if you just put it,
you want to show it off.
What you got in it, that's just top tier anyway. So when you did your best, that shit all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's all these best quality. Hair fantasy pieces out there, and then the judges pick what they like the best.
Exactly, because it's going to be styled there. Exactly.
I feel like everybody won the minute they decided to do it.
Right, because
who are the judges?
Amen.
Well, we don't disclose the judges.
Okay, I know that's right. You don't want it to be
nosy.
Okay,
because I just thought about that just now. I'm like, who are the judges?
We kind of keep the judges under wraps.
Ooh, it's a mystery.
We don't want people to feel like, ooh, he or she judging. Ooh, I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
So if you want to know, you have to purchase a ticket.
Purchase a ticket, you guys.
Yeah, they be acting like, no, I don't want to do it because such and such is judging.
You know what's funny? That always motivates me super hard. Like even when I was in school and it was like a tough professor, I'm like, oh no, you're giving me an A.
Right.
You know what? It's like, because I don't know. I feel like rising to the occasion.
Right.
I know that's it.
Well, I like that you guys are saying that.
Yeah.
It's the mindset. And I do think that it's nice that you guys are highlighting that this is a playful thing. This is a way for people to get out there, show their art, and be inspired, and let people know what you got to go. I mean, the stakes are pretty low. Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
You're
like
not gonna shoot the
worst,
loser.
like the worst case scenario is that somebody sees your work, admires it, and hit you up for some services.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? And you get to.
I like that cut.
Like, people just need to look at it as like, them just being introduced in the hair industry.
That too.
Like, because I feel like people are forgetting that reputation is everything. Reputation is everything.
Yes.
Like people are forgetting that. Like, so if
making a name, your name means something.
Yeah, like, show people what you can do and what you stand for, so they can remember, she did that one hair show and she did that one piece.
See, you're trying to give them the visuals. This is what I'm talking about.
And then, they probably want to make an appointment.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, I was thinking about like sort of the fantasy hair shows, like back in the day, like the Detroit ones.
Yo, I'm from Detroit, and let me just tell you.
And I think they still be doing something.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I remember when I was younger, I used to, go to the beauty supply store and
the
get those
magazines.
books. The style books, and like all the
hair,
stylists would be from Detroit or somewhere in Michigan.
Definitely.
And I would be like, okay, they are out here doing it. But do you remember the helicopter updo?
Yes, girl. I remember that. It was like moving propellers, yo. It was a sculpted hairdo with
that was like in the 1900s.
Okay.
It was back in the
hair
1900s.
helicopter that they put on a model. It was like it really like propelled and everything. It was
and I mean, nobody's asking for that, but that's pretty
inspired.
impressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that, but I think it's super
it's just
cool.
fantasy.
It's
like the fantasy competitions. I remember when I was younger, that really inspired me to get into hair, because I'm like, I want to be able to do not the helicopter, but a lot of these styles and stuff like that. I'm like, I want to be able to do that, and also the nails too. I remember
the nails
that was
go hard.
Serious.
The nails go hard.
It was
It's
so
I remember, I
serious.
think they even did that in the nail.
They probably grew a propeller.
Yes.
Oh,
honey,
wow.
yes. The
I need to
little
look that up.
the motion nails,
They
yes.
Put them big flower petals on top.
They
of
go
the
all
nail
out.
thing.
Yes, but it's again like it's a way to showcase just how far you can take the art. So it's past what you can imagine.
Right.
Yes,
If
I
you're a
like
It's
that.
good for
hair
you.
shows, should be a thing.
I like that. I like that, Tanika. So I'm glad y'all trying to bring it back. Y'all trying to bring the visuals back and kind of marry it into the whole stylist thing. You guys, hopefully you sign up and y'all need to show up and show out. Show up for y'all city. Hairstylists, barbers out there. Y'all being called out right now. You know what I'm saying? Sign up. Show us what you, call our barbers. Get out there. Listen, men, y'all need to represent for y'all city. Y'all need to get out here and do that thing. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add to the conversation before we go? Because I wanted to give you guys one last chance to kind of shout yourselves out, letting people know where to find you. Anything like that y'all want to add?
Aside from the hair show, I am having my last pixie cut hair class this year. Registration is open right now. The class is December the 12th. So if you need help in cutting, styling, how to grow your business, this would be the class for you. So the link is in my bio for that also, right along with them Plush Factor tickets.
Yeah, I love that. What about you?
She's an awesome instructor. They can, I don't know, if you're looking to get into fitness a little bit more, if you're looking to tone your body up, or you just need a way, you just need a start, you can check out, my page, and I offer classes throughout the week. And of course, if you want to get your hair done, you can book that too.
Amen, y'all. Y'all do have to follow her. She is fit, okay? I mean, like, I'll just be looking at her stuff like, wow, so she's okay. She
probably
is
do a
fit.
push-up.
Yeah, she can do a push-up, a real one.
A real one.
I gotta be
Not
on my
them girl
knees. You
ones.
understand me? Right.
No,
I mean, she is fit.
push-ups.
And it is inspirational, too. I think it's important to highlight women, because I don't know how old you are. You ain't got to shout that out, Tanika, but
I know you could be
You're
I was you could be
okay.
anywhere from
That's
like
like she just
15
turned
to
the big
60.
thank you. I mean, like, where are the
honestly.
seriously? Her skin is smooth. It's like, okay, is this poor?
like,
Like,
who
what's
knows?
happening?
Okay, looking like she's 30.
I'm saying, so but I also too like to highlight the fact that, like, we're not considered young women, but we still out here looking good, serving.
Right.
We're still out here. So for the younger listeners out there, y'all, it don't stop when you turn 40. There's still stuff to look
Right.
forward to. You can still be fit. You can still be fabulous. You still gonna want all of the things. You know what I'm saying? So just give y'all something to look forward to. A lot of stuff does get better as you get older.
Right.
The confidence, I feel like, is one thing. But yeah, you guys check them out. If y'all are trying to get y'all looks together, between the two of them, they got you covered head to toe.
Right.
Show up to the hair show, you guys. And I think we should take a quick break.
Yeah,
You wanna
let's take a break.
You guys want to take a quick break, and we'll be back. All right, guys, so welcome back. Oh my God, that was so much fun. Our guest, you guys, we want to just thank y'all for being here. You know what I'm saying? This is it's been a fun little Sunday, y'all. You know what I mean? We being inspired by art and the hair show
Positive
thing.
female energy.
I love it. I'm tapped in, y'all. I'm definitely tapped in.
If you don't have some, get some.
Definitely get some, because it gives you life.
Yeah.
So but before we go, guys, let me give you a quick Stranger Than Fiction story. All right, so guys, this week's Stranger Than Fiction, I found that sounded drunk. Stranger Than Fiction. It's fine. I'm a little drunk.
You
It's
did
fine.
drink?
I
Yeah,
haven't
it
eaten
was
nothing
tracks.
today. It's been a day. Okay. I feel like my eyes twitching a little bit. I ain't ate nothing. I'm
You
a
know
little
what? It does.
buzzed.
You're no worse for the wear.
Thank you. I'm fronting. I mean, this is a front fest. I need y'all to know my whole life pretty much goes
Pretty
down
much.
like this. I
You
look
know
put
what?
together,
People should
but
know though, because I remember when I
For
was in
sure.
school, someone told me, they were like, "You're the most put together person I know." I was
You're
like,
looking like-
"My life is in shambles
Thank
right
you.
now."
What are you
I was going through a
saying?
divorce. I was losing my house. I was like,
Right.
"What?"
I was like,
I'm
actually-
the least together person I know right now. But
Yo,
thank you.
Here's to making
Yeah,
it
to
look
faking
good.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's what's up, friend. I appreciate that. Well. Listen. So you guys, so this is sort of an ode to what we talked about today, how art inspires life and all those kinds of things, and just kind of leaning into an artistic outlet no matter what your age and station is. I found on Vice an article about this lady, Kimiko. Is it Nishimoto? I'm going with Nishimoto. I found her page on Instagram. She's 94 years old, y'all, and she's a former housewife who discovered photography at 72. Okay, so a friend invited her to a class. She really got into it, and she hasn't stopped doing it since. And so she creates and captures all kinds of really cool images. She's Brazilian born, Japanese. And she kind of like, all of her art kind of presents her as, like, some of it'll be like her on a hover round, like getting ran over by a train, or her
Dressed up
floating
like
in
a
the
baby.
air, dressed up, yeah, like, and it's super dope. And I want to add some of these images for you guys to see, because it's just, I just really want y'all to know, like, it's never too late to pick up a hobby. It's never too late to fucking get in shape. It's never too late to, you know, if you've been doing hair, like, if you want to start elevating stuff and creating, and you want to get into, you know, like, other parts, like, you guys got to really tap into your creativity. It really kind of gives you, it gives you life. It gives you life. It's sort of I mean, for me, it's like therapeutic
You have
in a
to
way.
keep learning. Like, you
do.
have to keep elevating, or you will stagnate. So,
Yes.
like, yeah,
Yes.
that is inspirational. And I love Photoshop. I remember when I learned Photoshop, I was
Man,
like,
Photoshop
ooh,
is
sky's the
something.
limit. They should have never taught me this.
Yes.
I was like, yeah.
Yo, and she was 72. Yeah, sky's the limit,
It
y'all.
is so fun. And the whole Adobe suite, like, that's how I edit this podcast. Like, a lot of that stuff, it started a snowball. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, life is hard. I mean, there's enough bullshit
y'all
going on.
life.
Make sure you make time for yourself. Make sure you make time for
Yeah.
art. You know, in
And
any
never
way that
look
it's
at people and be like,
expressed.
oh, they got it figured out. Nobody got it
Nobody's
figured
got it
out.
figured out.
Everybody's just struggling.
Bitch, we out here
So
floundering.
don't stop.
Each and every one of us. in our
Yeah.
own
So
way.
just don't give up. That's the secret. Don't give up.
Don't give up, you guys. So be inspired. I'm going to add some of her stuff. I just really wanted to include that because we have an older queen kind of, you know, tapping in and still giving creative energy. And
Giving
that's what
her
keeps us
gifts.
inspired and keeps us going. So shout out to you, Kimiko. So that was our Stranger Than Fiction this week. All right. So I guess we should wrap this shit up, yo. We've been here. This has been an exercise in perseverance,
We
friend.
did that.
And
Yeah.
we're
Well, we
still
should
here.
also spin the wheel, though.
Absolutely. Spin it! All right, guys. So next week we have Demond Hicks. All right, let's go. Over the Top podcast. So we've been trying to get him on the podcast or getting on his. We finally tapped in and were able to meet up with him and have him on the show. So I'm super excited. And Demond has a book out called Keys to Elevate. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and some other stuff. So
it'll be a real ass podcast
it's
next
gonna be a
time.
real ass
Yeah.
fake ass book club next week, y'all. So y'all are in for a treat. We get a little male energy on the show. You know what I'm saying? Let him rep for his people out here. And I'm super excited to talk about him and talk with him rather and about his
No,
book.
we don't talk about them.
We probably will.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely gonna
We
talk
always
about
end
him.
up doing that, too.
Yep. So you guys, hopefully you enjoyed our show today. Thank you to our guests again for joining us and spending their time with us. Had so much fun, and you guys do something nice for yourselves.
Your body belongs to you.
Yeah,
have some fun with it.
Do it, guys. All right, guys. See you next week. Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again. And until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.